Two of the best in Southern Conference basketball in the early season meeting up with championship implications on the line. Appalachian and College of Charleston both 8-2 in the league. Mountaineers dunking their way off to a very good start. Inside play was key to establish this ball game for ASU as they got out to a 7-0 lead against College of Charleston. They got out to an 11-0 advantage when these two teams met down in Charleston back in December. Long hit-ahead pass down to Jeremy Clayton, who found his way around the bucket several times in the first half. 6 points in the contest. The lead for ASU at that point in time, 9-3. Dante Minner gets in on the act. Nice lay in there as he's really perfected that low post move. Mountaineers very active defensively. DJ Thompson with one of his game-high 11 assists, feeding Kellen Brand for the three. 14-5 ASU led. Got that fast break game going as well. Ryan Abraham continued his solid play. Kellen Brand with the offensive board and put back off of Abraham's mitt. Doug McLaughlin-Williams, nice catch on the long pass down the floor. ASU up 12 points, 18-6, 10:37 to play. College of Charleston will get back in the contest, though. They're too good to let a team run away with a ball game. Marcus Hammond, Philip McCandy, Jermaine Johnson, all very solid weapons for the Cougs. DJ Thompson showed it was Appalachian State's night there. 5 points the lead for ASU. Demetrius Scott gets in on the act. He's back to 100% after being injured earlier in the season against UNC Greensboro. Demetrius Scott penetrating to the glass, doing things great for ASU, but it was Davis Bounds' load to handle that was too much for the College of Charleston. In this one, he gets another inside lay-in. 11 points the lead for ASU. McCandy's trying to keep College of Charleston close. An 8-point game at that point in time. Abraham running to break. Great finish here by Kellen Brand. Gets the shot to go and the contact as well. Runs the lead back out to 10 points just before halftime. Then Cranford for three. On the heels of his 8 3-point performance against the Citadel, he wasn't as hot against College of Charleston, but his shots came at key times as the Mountaineers maintained the lead there at the half, and they would continue to get the scoring going inside thanks to Davis Bound in second half action. 13 points the lead for ASU. Bound again stretches it back to a 13-point advantage after College of Charleston had nipped it back toward the 10-point threshold. Demetrius Scott gets the finish on the run. 15-point lead with 15 minutes to play. College of Charleston getting inside play very solidly from Josh Jackson, but too much Davis Bound. You know you're feeling it when you can start to hit that mid-range jumper, and it was there all day for Davis Bound, not only beyond the three-point line, but on the baseline as well. Bound with 16 points in this contest to lead the ASU offensive attack. Jeremy Clayton playing well again despite foul trouble, gets an early inside touch there in second half play. Once again, the penetration element of ASU's offensive game has just been fantastic in this portion of the season, and the Mountaineers were able to utilize that to their advantage. Great post feed by Abraham to Jeremy Clayton, who borrows a move from Dante Minner there on the low block. The nice duck in at shoulder level gets Clayton an early bucket there in second half play as well. Josh Jackson with another finish for the College of Charleston makes it a 10-point game, and then DJ Thompson puts it away. That three-pointer there runs it to 13. This one runs it to 16. The Mountaineers just simply kept their arm out and kept College of Charleston far enough away. Tony White Jr. with a three-point shot to help try to keep the Cougars close. Kellen Brand comes down immediately and answers with a three. The Mountaineers ice this one away at the free throw line as Nate Cranford would come through to extend the lead back to 14. A late College of Charleston three here would make it an 11-point deficit for the Cougars that would end up seeing the game end in that fashion. Bobby Kremen's homecoming game, not a successful one for the former head coach of the Mountaineers as the Apps get a key Southern Conference win to round out a 3-game home sweep for the Mountaineers. 67-56 the final score. ASU with 14 points and 11 assists from DJ Thompson. 16 for Davis Bound. He was 8 of 13 from the floor, had 7 rebounds as well. 11 points apiece for Jeremy Clayton and Kellen Brand as the Mountaineers run their record to 17-5 overall, 9-2 in Southern Conference play. Coach, when you look back at the postseason implications of this basketball game, not only first and foremost for the Southern Conference tournament, but when you start thinking about potential postseason buys to the NIT if the NCAA tournament doesn't become a possibility, this is a game where some separation occurs.
Well, it does, because it gives us a sweep over Charleston on the season series, and that's important if it comes down to a head-to-head against them, or even tiebreaker situations. You know, you roll down the list and you look at how you played against Charleston. Well, that's 2 wins for us. So it's going to be important that we, once again, maintain home court like we have been doing up to this point, and then find a way to win a couple on the road.
17-5 for the Mountaineers right now, 9-2 in Southern Conference play, setting the Apps up for a great February stretch run. We'll talk about that and Bracket Busters next. You're watching Mountaineer Basketball with Houston Fancher.
Electric co-ops don't just generate power. They generate ideas. We also share them. At your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we never stop thinking of ways to help everyone be more energy efficient. New technologies to improve reliability. opportunities that can benefit us all. We know a single idea can spark hundreds. With all those ideas coming into contact, we can create solutions to whatever challenges come our way.
So, how's your driving record?
My driving record is definitely good. Great! There might be a ticket that shows up, actually a small string of tickets, and a wreck. Back when I had insurance, you're not going to believe this. Bunch of cars. I've taken up enough of your time.
Don't worry. We can help you out.
You don't need a spotless record to come to Nationwide. We have affordable coverage for all kinds of drivers.
Then, September, which I refer to as Rectember.
Nationwide is on your side.
What makes this team a winner? It's all about training and preparation to be the best. Watch them work the upper body. Look at that precision. Some light stretching keeps them loose, and they always finish with a good steam. This Papa John's team really makes it happen.
Call your neighborhood Papa John's today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Papa John's is proud to be the official pizza sponsor of ASU Athletics.
Does opportunity have a hometown? Where does it live? Does it rent or own? At BB&T, we see opportunity living everywhere. In a checking account, a business line of credit, in protecting your family and assets and making your money grow. If your bank doesn't see it that way, you should see us. Banking, insurance, investments. BB&T. There's opportunity here.
We mentioned 17 wins for the Mountaineers as we get set to transition into the month of February. And Coach, it looks like your team is as fresh as they were back when the season started. The depth factor really starting to play a positive thing for you now.
Well, I've said a couple of times now that I think if depth is not the key in a game, it's the key in the season. Because as the season continues to roll along, that depth keeps us fresh down the stretch. It's February now, and I think our kids are just as fresh as they were in November.
Coming up in a couple of weeks, the Mountaineers enter into ESPN Bracket Buster play, nationally televised game against Wichita State. Pretty interesting opponent, a team that really started out the year well, struggling in Missouri Valley play, but nonetheless a marquee win if you can get this one on the road.
There's no doubt, and we'll talk about that in February, but right now, you know, as you look at it from the outside looking in, it's a team that was ranked as high as number 8 in the country this year. They've got road wins at Syracuse, road wins at LSU. Interestingly enough, the team that went into Wichita State to play the Bracket Buster last year was George Mason. So we're excited about the possibilities that could come from this game.
First, before that Bracket Buster game, 3 conference games live before that. The first 2, Furman, Georgia Southern on the road. Preview those real quick if you can.
Once again, as we said with Furman, as a team that had us down 7 in the second half, we're able to make a good run against them. It's been a while since we've won at Timmons. We've got to go down there and play really, really good basketball against a team that plays well at home. Then he'll back that up on 2 days later with a game at Georgia Southern, which we all know Hanner Fieldhouse is a tough place to play a basketball game, a very rowdy crowd down there, very athletic team that played us really well way back when before Christmas in a game that we won, we squeaked by at 3 at home. So we know it's going to be a tough contest down in Statesboro.
We look forward to showing you highlights of both of those contests next week right here on Mountaineer Basketball with Houston Fancher. For the head coach of the Mountaineers, I'm David Jackson. Talk to you next week.